Hey, this is Ewan Blakey, and with Christy, my wife, we're the pastors of Oasis Church, and this is our podcast. I wanted to thank you for joining us today. I hope this inspires you. I hope it builds your faith. I hope it gives you perspective to see God is moving in your life. Enjoy the message.
Hello. How awesome was that video? Oh my goodness. Let's just give a big cheer for Ryan Lucas at the back there, you guys. He put that together for us. So beautiful. Well, welcome to Blueprint Takeover, like George said. So super exciting morning for everyone today. But if you don't know me, I'm Laura, and along with Jordan, we're the location pastors here at Jandakot. But part of my role is that I teach and lead our discipleship school on Tuesday nights, which is my great honour and privilege to do that journey with them. So I've got with me today Isabel, Kinsani and Christo, who are going to share their stories. Yes. But just before we jump into a few questions for them, I just wanted to give you a little rundown. Laura did a beautiful job of sort of giving you a little bit of an idea of what Blueprint is, but just to give you a bit of an idea if you're not sure, well, Blueprint, like Laura said, runs for 8 months during the year. It goes from the start of March to the end of October. And it's a space where we take a deep dive into some big topics that we don't necessarily cover on a Sunday in a normal Sunday service. And this course is broken into 3 kind of modules, so to speak. And the first part is theology. We go through like foundational stuff like who is God and why did Jesus have to come and how do we walk with the Spirit, and even go through some different end times eschatologies and things like that. Some foundational things, but also sometimes things that come up that you're like, oh wow, I didn't know about that. And then we go into a unit on ministry skills where we teach people how to prophesy and how to evangelize and how to preach and how to pray for people for healing and deliverance and things like that, which is really amazing. And our final unit is our Christian living unit, and that one's more about like prayer as disciples of Jesus. How do we live? So prayer, spiritual warfare, spiritual disciplines, things like that. But and we try and cover some of these things in a Sunday service, but we don't go deep in the same way as what we do on a Tuesday night. So it's a very powerful time. It's hard, it's fast, 7 till 9 p.m. We go straight in, straight deep, and we come back out, lift our heads again, and then we go again the next week. So super, super cool. And we also read 3 books during that time that are part of a series which, as Laura said, help unpack like wrong narratives and wrong beliefs that we've held that we might not know that are there. So that's what these guys have been doing this year, which is, and these wonderful people in the Blueprint t-shirts over here, which is just amazing. We've had 12 is that right? 14? No, I'm getting it wrong. I think so we've had 15 students this year graduate, which is super exciting, and 13 of them are from Jandakot and 2 are from Baldivis, which is so cool. So they're having a Blueprint Takeover service down there right now, which is awesome. But I've got a few questions for you guys, because these guys have been on such an incredible transformation journey this year, and we wanted you guys to hear their story, and also upon hearing these beautiful stories and what God's been doing in and through them, consider doing Blueprint for yourselves next year. So, Christo, why don't you start us off? How have you been transformed by doing Blueprint?
Hello. Let me just grab my note out. Morning, everyone. How good is that? Yeah, my memory fades me. Yeah, that was absolutely a wonderful a wonderful journey, and it hasn't ended here yet. Still gonna go. As you heard on the video there, for many years I had a drinking problem, which I didn't want to admit, knowing deep down in my heart that it's been actually gradually getting hold of me, just denying it and think, I guess as the lies I heard in my head, it's okay, you're not causing problems for anyone. So doing that, it's all right, before I know it, I stand with a glass of something in my hand. So I didn't want to talk to anybody about it, and I think that if I don't talk about it, nobody knows about it, it's not a problem, just ignoring it. So over the year, a little bit more than a year that I'm in church, even in church in the mornings, and after Blueprint starting, I heard that God's actually telling me, as we were unraveled through what we learned in Blueprint, you got to stop. Got to stop drinking. Got to give that up. And when I'm out of church or not in Blueprint anymore, I just, I'm all right. And then, feeling really bad and guilty and think I'm letting God down. So I've been trying to avoid the discussions, even at Blueprint or in church and all that, until one night one of my fellow Blueprinters, God just told me, yep, it's now, go for it, do it. You're not getting away from this. We prayed that night. They started the prayer, but we prayed on the evening of the 5th of August. I've been totally set free. I've not wanted to have a drink. I've not wanted to crave a drink. And just all the glory to God. And what God has done in my life, testimony for what God has done in my life, God can do for others also. And through my whole story, just also see how my family has grown, and that has changed me as a dad, as a father, as a husband. That's so amazing.
It's beautiful, Christo. Thank you for sharing. Well, Isabel, do you want to share a bit of your story about how you were transformed in Blueprint and how you encountered God in this space?
Yes. It's so hard to really explain something that happens so deep within you, and you sometimes just don't have words for it, but I'm going to try. On reading through our questions, I revisited my journal, and one of the first lines I wrote on the first night we were there at our Blueprint meeting was, God, I surrender my right to tell you what my story should be. And I realized that I've been doing that my whole life. I've been following God, but I've been telling him what my story should be and not allowing it to be other way around. And I believe through Blueprint, I've always encountered him, but this course has, through other people, through their experiences, through the material, just the whole experience of it, has created in me a holy discontent for mediocre.
Wow.
It has created in me a hunger to just meet with him, and I hunger for what other people have, and I hunger for his word, and it's just stirred such a hunger in me. And my personal devotion time with him has been transformed to an extent where he's always been my savior. He's always been my healer, my friend. But he has revealed something of being a lover of my soul in this year that has completely transformed me. And I believe that this is just the first chapter of a new book he's writing, and just walking in that surrender. Yes.
So beautiful. Yes, it is just the first chapter, Isabel. It is just the first chapter of something new that God's doing in you. So beautiful. And Christo, sorry, I wanted to say before that, like, it's been such an honor to see you transformed this year, all of you guys. But the transformation has just been so beautiful. So thank you for sharing so vulnerably your testimony with everyone. That's super precious. So Kansani, would you like to share some of the things that maybe have challenged you or stretched you in the blueprint space this year?
Yeah, well, I had a few notes as well, but I've lost them. So, so we'll do what we can. But I just feel like going into it, I was just like, oh, Blueprint will be a resource where I can just, like, it's just a resource that's right there that I can learn about the Lord, and I might as well just go for it. But it's just so unexpected how he reveals so many things to you, and what he's revealed to me through this time is just the importance of cultivating your relationship with him, not only with yourself, as beautiful as a personal relationship with God is. Just being aware of his presence in other people, in my teammates, in everyone. I just learned their testimonies and just, I guess, grew to love them so much. And yeah, love you. And just their love for the Lord, it amped me up. It just so encouraged me in my own walk with him. It's just so transformational how he used all the people in Blueprint to just spiritually speed up my growth. Wow. Yeah.
That's so cool, Kansani. I love that. I love how you made that distinction of, like, it's so important that we do that alone time with Jesus and build that personal side of it, but that we're also called to be in community, and that's so precious. That's so beautiful. I think, Kansani, just for you this year, like, you've just stepped in so humbly and so beautifully into a room. You're one of the two younger ones in the room, and both of you guys have just given it all. It's just so beautiful. So well done, Kansani. I love that. So Christo, let's jump back to you. What have you found has been some of the best things in the community side of things? Kansani sort of touched on the community element, but do you want to speak into it? Because I feel like for your family, you guys have really gleaned so much in that space.
Sure. Yeah, it's all these questions are tough questions, but if you really answer it from the heart. For me, as a dad, watching my son grow, as a husband, watching my wife grow, but watch each and every one in this team, how they grow in their confidence, absolute confidence, boldness, and just spiritually growing, getting stronger and stronger by the day, and then get to points where they doubt themselves, just speak life into them, positiveness. It's been really good.
That's so good.
Get my note out.
That's all right. Did you want to keep going? Or?
Yeah, just give me a sec.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Sorry.
We all do. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. This is just the love and the friendships that we formed, and watching each of us grow into forming part of a greater plan of God in this whole community. That's it.
Yeah, it's quite precious, the time that you have up there. Like you really, you really come into the room. You get maybe 15 minutes before you start to kind of catch up and see how everyone's going, and then you get your supper break, and you kind of get a little bit afterwards. But that consistency of every week, and then you're also going on this deep dive all together, like on this big journey all together. There's nothing quite like it. It's quite a beautiful community, that element that comes out through Blueprint, and to the point that at the end of the year it's all like, oh my gosh, it's going to be over and we're all done, and can there be a year 2 and a year 3, and can we just keep going? And it's really, really precious. But yeah, I think as well, like the intentionality in that space, like it's something that you're all signing up to be intentional with God this year. It's so beautiful to be doing that together. So well done, you guys. Isabel, did you want to speak into any of the community side of things?
Yeah, I just like to speak into the privilege of community. There's one privilege to be the person experiencing the testimony of what God is doing in your life, but there's also the privilege of being the witness to someone else's testimony. And I just, it was such a privilege to see all these different testimonies unfold through this whole year.
Yeah, so cool. Love that. Love that. Well, before we go to our final question, is there anything that is burning on your hearts that you guys want to just say or share about Blueprint this year? What you've loved? Yeah? Go for it, Christo.
Yeah, sorry. No, I don't have a note for this. It's just that before I did Blueprint, I asked God that, look, where do you want to use me, guide me, give me a bit of a nudge in a direction and something. And this very good friend of mine had actually, out of nowhere, come and ask me, come and do Blueprint. Because he also wanted to learn through this, and I believe as we have learned a lot of things during the year, he's also learned a lot. But just what he's done that day has motivated me to take that step. And I'm grateful for that. I'm very thankful for that. Just keep doing what you're doing. If God tells you something you're not sure, just speak up. Yeah.
So good.
I mean, yeah, I went in and I didn't expect that we would be delving into such deep things of the Spirit.
Wow, great.
And just things that maybe if we're living our everyday lives and just praying and going to church and going to work, we wouldn't think about. But as we got through the curriculum and we just got deeper and into everything, it just showed me a whole new perspective of what the Lord is doing and how he wants to communicate to us and what he wants us to learn. Like there's so much more where just not missing out. Yeah, I would say kind of missing out on if we just go about our everyday lives without looking through the word and discovering these new things and principles. And it was just a blessing to be able to learn all that stuff in Blueprint.
So cool. Love that. Did you want to say anything?
Yeah, I think just lastly, what for me, if I could encourage people about the Blueprint journey, is that going in, I've done quite a few foundational courses through my Christian walk, and I think I went in so hungry, so open to learn, but I think I also went in a little bit arrogant, thinking that I've probably heard most of it. And I was shocked. I was humbled in that. I didn't know much of what I learned there. And as my husband Simon said, you build a foundation for a single story, and a 2-story and a 3-story building differently. And Blueprint is just seriously a foundation for a multi-story life.
Wow, that's really cool. I love that. I can relate, Isabel, because when I did Blueprint, I sort of was a little bit the same. Like, oh yeah, I've been a Christian all my life. I probably know lots of these things, but it's actually phenomenal how much is in there that you're like, oh wow, didn't realize that, or oh, I had a wrong belief. That totally doesn't make sense anymore now that I know this. Really, really cool. Would you guys? I'm going to throw you guys another little question that wasn't on there, but what was your favourite kind of topic that we did throughout the year? Go, Christo.
Who's going first?
You go.
Okay. To be honest, yeah, the modules, there's a few modules that touched deeply on that, is the praying, the intercessory prayer, the inner healing, those type of things. Being open to the Holy Spirit, asking God before we attend those. God, show me what you want me to know. And he just flips me over. Wow. Takes you weeks to recover of that. Not recover, but yeah, just go into the world with totally different mind.
That's so cool. That's beautiful. Kinsani, what was your favourite topic?
I'd have to say just going into the world of prophetic words and into the world of the prophetic in general. And even every night as we would practice, like just sitting and just listening for the presence of God or what he's trying to show us, whether it's we see a picture or we'll hear a word, even if it's one word, just being so surprised by what we find when we just sit still and we just dwell. So it's just been, I think that's been definitely some of my favorite topics.
So good. Spell, what was your favorite topic?
All of that. But I think my number one was the teaching on eschatology.
Oh, yeah, that's always a good one.
It just blew my mind. These are questions I've had from a young little girl age, and no one has ever been able to put it in a way that I can walk away feeling it might not be everything about this subject, but I've got something settled in my heart that I've got a viewpoint on this. And that was just, it blew my mind.
Wow, so good. Yes, that session is particularly powerful, and Christy does it really well. She lays out all the different eschatologies and she puts them all on the whiteboard, and we all say how we feel about end times and all that sort of thing, and it's so good. But also she just kind of just educates, doesn't say this is what you should believe or anything like that. There's none of that. It's just presenting. It's presenting it all, which is just actually so beautiful. One of the things that when we look at transformation and the journey of transformation, there's a saying that talks about consistent steps in the same direction. That's how we get to transformation. And I think throughout the year, something that I've noticed every single year that happens with the Blueprint students is like at the start of the year, everyone's sort of chugging along. Oh yeah, this is pretty intense. This is a lot to get my head around. This is good. This is really good. But not seeing the fruits yet. Not seeing, they're putting in the hard yards, but not seeing the fruits yet. But we get to about August, and all of a sudden things start to really shift, and all of a sudden everyone's going, oh, look how far I've come. Look at all the growth this year. This has been amazing. It's been incredible. There's just a real shift that happens around mission trip time, where everyone just sort of the light comes on, and you can start to see that journey of transformation, that all the groundwork, all the seeds that have been sown, all the hard yards and the hours that have been put in are all paying off. And you know, this is such a powerful place to sign up to this journey of transformation and this journey of going deep, because it's we can go on all through just through our regular life, like you said, Kinsani, without being intentional, without setting time aside to just grow and go deep with God. But Blueprint actually just taps into that so well, and you can go on the journey with other people, which is beautiful. Well, let's wind up, and would you guys like to just, what would you say to someone who's thinking about doing Blueprint? Let's start with you, Christo. Seems to be the way of the morning.
Thank you. The convincing that why I started it came from the Holy Spirit. So anybody out there in the church or out that knows about this, you know who you are, asking God, should I do this or not? God, use me anyway, show me, guide me, learn me, teach me. No, just show up. Just sign up, show up. You don't have to do the work. Let God do the work. Give God a chance to transform you. And look at us. God's grateful. God has done it. Yeah.
And you're right, Christo. It's actually not a lot of work. It is just signing up, because there's one chapter a week. It's not like it's a lot of work. It's just signing up and showing up and coming along and being consistent. So good. Kinsani, what would you say to someone who's maybe on the edge thinking about doing Blueprint?
Yeah, well, I would say, just like Crystal said, the most spontaneous decisions you make might be some of the most God-led ones. So, yeah, so I think you should just go ahead. And if it's not for you, the Lord will reveal that to you. But there's no way I would think it's not for you. It was too good. I'll just say go for it. Don't think about it. Don't linger. Just do what you feel they should do.
What about you, Isabel? What would you say to someone in the room who's thinking about doing Blueprint?
Yeah, I'm a mom of 3, so I didn't know logistically exactly how this would work out. But God just made it work. He just, it cost my husband and our family a lot, but it also didn't. You know, it's one of those things that it costs you, but it doesn't cost you. It's worth the cost. So, yeah, just go and go with an open slate. Go with a clean slate. Just let God do the writing and the drawing and the painting on this canvas. Don't you do it in your own might and strength.
That's beautiful. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me this morning and sharing your stories so vulnerable. Let's give them a little hand. Well done, you guys. Well, if you are interested in signing up to Blueprint next year, we have an info session on the 23rd of November between services upstairs in the training room, where you can come, you can ask me any questions that you have about Blueprint, what it looks like and how it, will fit into your world, because like Isabel said, sometimes life is complicated and we have to try and sort of make room for it. But that's what we should be doing, right, in our journey with Jesus, making room for him.